Hey guys, what is up? My name is Karen, aka cakedbybabyk, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a video on this foundation routine, in case you couldn't tell from all that. I'm going to be showing you guys how I prep my skin for foundation, which foundations I'm currently using, my concealer, contour, highlight, all that good. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. First off, I'm going to start by prepping the skin with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. Yes. Been back on this lately. I just got a brand new bottle. I just opened a brand new bottle. I've had this because whenever they go on sale, I like to stock up. So I actually got this dude for half off when Ulta has their like 21 days of beauty or whatever. They always have this dude for half off, so I always try to stock up on this whenever I can. I never buy this at full price, and it lasts me forever. Like, I probably take like 6 months to use up one of these. I will say that the mister is not that great on here, but it's fine. I'm fine. Just gonna fan this up in here. Hear my wrist cracking? Like, I'm so old lady. Don't even know. I have the body of like a 75, 80-year-old. Not even kidding. So I do have my brows done already, and I've already carved them out with a little bit of concealer and then a little bit of foundation above because I like the tops to match my skin tone. So we're gonna go in with the primer. I, again, am using my Becca First Light Priming Filter. I didn't need to look at the name this time. I finally have it after 100 tries. So I'm just gonna pump this on the back of my hand. I usually do like 1.5 pumps, 1 pump sometimes, but I like to just take this in the back of my hand, just dab, and then just apply this all over my face. I'm still trying to film these videos for this week. As you guys might know, I'm in my senior year of college. I'm ending my first semester this Friday. So Friday is my last final, and so today is Tuesday, but when you're watching this, it'll be Wednesday, and probably by the time you're watching this, I will have finished a total of 3 finals, but today is my free day. I don't have finals today, which is why I'm filming this. I'm like frantically trying to film and edit and upload this because I still have so much stuff to do for my finals. Like, I have an art final that I still need to finish drawings for. I have like a test-ish final tomorrow, well, basically today when you're watching this, and then I also have like a presentation today. So hopefully by the time you're watching this, I will have done well on all of those. But if not, life goes on, right? C's get degrees. So I'm letting the primer sink into my skin a little bit. I did do like a lot of primer today, but I'm going in now with the CoverGirl TruBlend Matte Made Foundation. I got this so long ago. I don't know why I stopped using it, because I used it like once or twice and then I stopped using it, and I just started using it again, and holy moly, I love the coverage. I love the wear. It's matte, but it's not too matte. It wears really beautifully throughout the day. I actually used this in my previous video, which I will link down below. It's a almost full face of first impression. This wasn't a first impression just because I wanted to see how it wore with like a primer that I was trying out, but I really love this. So I'm just gonna pump this. I just go in like straight on the face. There we go. And I'm just using my Sonia Kashuk sponge. I've been really loving this lately. I cannot put it down. If you guys don't have this, I really recommend it. It's just so big and soft and squishy, and it gets the job done like super quick. Always get the eyes. A lot of people neglect their eyelids, but you should always put foundation on your eyelids. I usually do like foundation and concealer on my eyelids, so. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that this shade is in Warm Honey. It's T30. Bring my hair back, and I just take it like all the way down to the neck and also on my like earlobes. I always like to get into the sides of my nose because I feel like that's an area that people neglect a lot. Now I'm just gonna do a pump on my forehead, to the top of my nose and between my eyebrows. That's like the hardest part of like doing your foundation when you already have your brows on. And I want to make sure that I always have like this part, like the temples, always evenly blended. I feel like that's the hardest part of doing foundation, is like getting this up there, because it's like right by your hairline, and I just like don't like getting foundation in my hairline. It's just so annoying. I'm sure you guys all feel the same way. I feel like this is pounced into my skin pretty nicely now, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little bit of concealer. I've been alternating through different concealers lately, but now I'm back on my Photo Focus concealer from Wet n Wild. This is in the shade Light Medium Beige, and I just like the neutral tones of it. Every other concealer I have is like either way too highlighting, but I mean, I like that for specific uses, or it's like too yellow, since I do have like a yellow undertone. But this one's just like nice and neutral, which I really like for highlighting the center of my face. And do the chin just a little bit, the nose. I know I used to do like the center forehead highlight, just like squiggle it down, but now I'm into doing this, like starting right between my brows. I feel like it's a lot more natural than what I used to be doing. And I find that it blends just like a lot more seamlessly, and it looks a lot more natural. So I'm just gonna take the tip of this Sonia Kashuk sponge, and I always start in my chin. I don't know why. And then I go to my right eye. I like to take it up like a little bit towards the temples, up to the sides of the nose a little bit, and then I always bring it onto the eyelid. Do down the nose, and then finally the forehead. Okay, so now the center of my face is highlighted, and what I like to do is sometimes on my forehead it gets a little bit not that blended as with other parts of my face, so I just like to flip it back onto the side I've had my foundation and just kind of like go over it, so that way it's not too harsh of a contrast. I like to do the edges just to make sure that there's like that nice blend. Go over the forehead especially, because that's where I feel like my head gets the most light and it catches the most light, so it's like even more prominent when there's like lines of demarcation between your highlight shade and the rest of your forehead. I also like to do the sides of the nose just to do like a really like basic contour. Now I'm going in with my ColourPop No Filter Setting Powder. This is in the shade Banana. You guys know I've been using this for months at this point. I just like to dip my damp sponge in here, and I just like to run this below the eyes first because that's where it creases the fastest for me. I like to do like 2 layers. A little bit on my chin, not too much. Just like a little dab, and then also down the nose. I like to do 2 layers of powder on the nose just because that point does get the oiliest. And then also the same on my forehead, because homegirl gets a little oily up in here. Lastly, the places that I add powder are below the cheekbones. And I just leave a little space for me to contour. I don't like to do this step after I've applied the contour. I don't know why, it just looks like kind of unnatural on me. I just don't like that straight edge. So I just like to bake this first and then add my bronzer and my contour in the places that I haven't set, so it just sticks to the face a little bit better. Also the same on like my forehead and my temples. Now I'm going in with my Kokie Powder Contour Palette. If you guys haven't seen my dupe scoop on this, you need to. It's such a dupe for the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and it's like only $15, I believe, so it's so worth it. Just taking a Le Beauty Soie angled brush, and I'm just going to warm up the cheeks. And the advantage of having that powder on below is that when you brush and apply your bronzer slash contour, it's going to mix with like the powder that you put on there, so it's just gonna look really nice and natural. I always like to do up, and if you need a guideline, just cinch. Same thing with the other side. Now I'm gonna do the forehead. Same thing right here. I did not set like the very top of my forehead. So I just like to go in like really close to the hairline and just bronze that up. Just adding some color back into the face. And I am wearing this ponytail out today, so definitely want to make sure that I look snatched. I'm just kidding, I don't look snatched. I have like a million baby hairs. And after I do that, I usually don't contour like the bottom of my chin just because like I'm not really about it. There's like no real reason why I don't do it, but I just don't like to do it on myself. But I'm gonna take the excess. I'm not gonna dip back into this powder. I'm just gonna take the excess that's on this brush and just kind of like run it down the sides of my nose. I don't like to contour my nose too heavily just because I like the more natural look. No shame against anybody who contours their nose to look super snatched. It's just not for me. And then I always like to run this up into like kind of like the eye socket area, just because you don't want your contour to end like right there. I just like to brush that at the end. Okay, now we're just gonna dust all this bake off. And then when I dust it from underneath my eyes, if I don't have eyeshadow on, I just like to pat it onto my eyelids as well. And this is a flat stippling brush from Beige Cosmetics. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of blush. I'm using this Girls Getaway Trio from the Balm Cosmetics. Just super basic. It has really nice staple shades. I think I'm gonna use a mixture of these two. Just tap the excess off. And this is a City Color CC F03 brush. Just gonna smile a little bit. And then take that on the apples of my cheeks. I do like to take it back a little bit, maybe not as far as the bronzer, but maybe like halfway, like right here. Maybe a little bit on the nose, just to give like that sun-kissed look. And now I'm going in with the JCat highlight. I used to love this. I put it down for like a couple months, but now I think I'm gonna start using it again. This is the You Glow Girl Baked Highlighter in Twilight. I'm just gonna swatch this dude for you, because like, when I first swatched it, I was shook. Okay, so I have no words. I'm actually going to take the same brush and just kind of like dab it in here and kind of just highlight the tops of my cheekbones right here, just like all the way up to there. Just kind of use it as like a little blush topper today. And I'm going to add more highlight, but before I do that, I'm just gonna set the face with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I absolutely love this stuff, and I'm like practically out of it, so let's see if anything comes out. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. I'm just going in with the same highlight on a Morphe M558 brush, just like a small highlighting brush. And what I like to do is take this brush and do a little bit of extra highlighting, just like at the very, very tops when you want it to be like ba-bam. And the reason why we set the face before this is because that moisture is going to mix with the highlight and make it even more blinding. I'm also gonna do underneath the brows with the same brush. I'm gonna do the Cupid's bow. I love highlighting the Cupid's bow. Ugh. And then just like down the nose a little bit. I know this brush isn't ideal for highlighting the nose, but I really don't care. I'm just lazy. Now I'm taking a pencil brush and just using this to kind of highlight the inner corners of the eyes. Ooh. Yeah, okay, and then I'm just gonna do a little bit more on the tip of the nose and down the bridge a little bit. And that is basically it for the base. I'm going to apply some brow gel, some mascara, and a lip, and I will be right back. So I popped on a brow gel, some mascara, even though you can't really see it because I have baby lashes, and I popped on a lip. This is the e.l.f. Lip Plumping This is the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss in Mocha Twist, and that is the completed look for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed my foundation routine. Let me know if you guys want me to do more like staple videos like this, like how to do like wing liner or like how I do my brows. I mean, I already have a brow tutorial up, but it has changed a little bit. But basically that is it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good, and I will see you guys in my next one.